welcome to my Week 7 Power Rankings for the LPL, where I cover the teams 17 through 1. I go over each one. I tell you how they did last week, how I feel about them right now going forward, just the vibe I get. I do this for all 4 major regions. LPL will come out. I'm doing this on Sunday, so it comes out tomorrow. I make sure I do it before the games occur Monday morning in the LPL so that those games don't cloud my judgment for the rankings right now as Week 6 ends, because the LPL never sleeps. They don't get a day off. LCK Tuesday, LEC Wednesday, LCS Thursday. So let's get started. 17th, dropping 1 spot, is Team We. The bottom of these rankings are definitely... all over the place. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I had 14th through 17th. I had it written down, then I swapped it, and then I swapped it again. Team We've been playing better as of late. They are finding ways to lose games, but they should be winning some of these games that they aren't coming out ahead on. Against VLG, they played well. Arguably should have won. Ultra Prime, arguably they could have won. I think Team We are playing better than what we expected. They're doing some swaps with their lineup. They're getting better, but they're still losing. So 17th. 16th, despite beating LGD, despite beating FPX, Thunder Talk still stay 16th, dropping 1 spot. So Thunder Talk beat FPX. It's a good win. That's a win up here. I'm actually that's a good win. But they lost to LGD. So we're just going to kind of just roll right into that for a second. LGD are 15th, moving up from the bottom. So LGD only played Thunder Talk and Victory 5, beating Thunder Talk, losing to Victory 5. Victory 5's way up here. I'm not surprised they lost to them. Beating Thunder Talk's a big win, playing a team at your level. But Thunder Talk also beat someone up here. So in the end, the tiebreaker is the fact that LGD beat Thunder Talk. I think with Jay in the lineup, LGD is a much better team. Jay is bringing that team up. However, what I saw out of Chieftain today made me really... I had Thunder Talk ahead of LGD, and then I had them behind them, and I had them all over the place, these 4 teams. Anyone's Legend being the next one. I have these teams in all sorts of different orders, because they're playing okay against these guys, but they're not finding wins, and some of them may find a win once in a while, but more often than not they lose. Anyone's Legend, dropping 1 spot to 14th. So Anyone's Legend lost to JDG. I didn't want to drop them too hard because they only played once. If they played maybe twice or 3 times like some of these other teams and lost both, I would have dropped them farther. But they only lost to 1 team, and they're up here. A borderline playoff team, better on paper. I think Kanavi really had his way with Anyone's Legend in that game, that series. Anyone's Legend has issues, but right now they're here. We'll see how they do against each other going forward. 13th, dropping 3 spots, and it hurts me to do this. OMG. I gotta check my board. So, OMG dropped 3 spots. Losing to Weibo is okay, but losing to Ultra Prime is not. If you want to be a borderline playoff team, you need to beat teams like that. And OMG are kind of just falling off a cliff lately. They've lost a lot of games. I feel like they started 3-0, and now they're 4-6, or maybe 5-6. So 2-6 over the last 8 games. They are struggling. Cream is not quite as much of a carry as he used to be. They're just off. Aki is off. Abel is off. They're all off. I'm not really... It's unfortunate. In 12th, I have them above them for a reason. Ultra Prime, not moving at all in the rankings. So, I could have moved them up a bit, but I didn't because someone else was a big mover in my opinion. But Ultra Prime beat OMG, beat Team Lee. So beat a team down here. That's good. That's a good win. Beating them is a big win because OMG were up here. They were above them at the time. I think these two teams are pretty evenly matched. But Elk, this latest buff on Ash, we'll see how that may benefit Elk. Being a weird pick that maybe he can pull out and sneak a win or two. 11th, dropping 4 spots, FPX. So last week, excuse me. So last week I moved FPX to 7th. It was FPX, Top, JDG, OMG. But these three were the teams that I didn't really know how to rank. So I put FPX 7th. I thought, FPX are looking good. They got a young team. They're getting better by the game. But this past week, FPX went 0-3. And not only, losing, they lost to Top. So Top isn't, that was like, okay, you're dropping from 7th to maybe 10th with that loss. Okay, whatever. Then they lose to Rare Adam. Well, where's Rare Adam? Exactly. Rare Adam, we're in this middle range here. All of a sudden, you're dropping a little bit farther, in my opinion. Are you at Ultra Prime level? Almost. I mean, they lost to Thunder Talk. That's bad. That's really bad. But Ultra Prime hasn't shown me much lately to say that they can be as competitive as these guys. Where FPX at a high is probably here, but at a low, we're playing like here. Where Ultra Prime, we really don't know. FPX don't know what jungler to use. They tried to play Clid today. Didn't work. Bechuan earlier in the week. Didn't work. They have issues they have to fix. Gory, I think, might be the problem. I think a different mid laner will make a big difference for them. Jalahu looks good in many matchups solo. Their bot lane, Hung looks solid. LWX performs. But I think Gory is their issue. 10th place, moving up 1 spot, IG. So IG I didn't really want to move at all, but with FPX going 0-3, I had to do something. IG beat JDG. JDG were above them in the rankings. That's a solid win. JDG shouldn't be, as bad as they are, but they are struggling. IG screwed with their lineup a bit. It's working for them now. I don't see them being a playoff team, but I think that they're turning the corner going into the latter stages of spring. And maybe come summer, they can be a threat. 9th place, moving up 5 spots. The big mover, Rare Adam. So earlier in the season, I had Rare Adam up here because they didn't play a lot. I think coming out of New Year's, I had them here. Because they hadn't played many teams, bad teams. We played a lot of good teams, and we're losing. And then coming out of the New Year break, they stunk. They lost. And I dropped them down, I want to say maybe 14th was their lowest. But slowly but surely, they've been coming back up. They beat RNG, which is a big win. Beating a team up here for a team down here is a big win. That's massive. So I have to respect that. I have to account for that. And they beat FPX. So FPX was in this range too. So Rare Adam at worst is starting to perform, turning it up. Maybe they can, sneak into an 8th place here as we go down the stretch. They're heating up at the right time. Speaking of 8th place, JDG. JDG moves up a spot. The ripple effect felt by FPX. So, JDG beat anyone's legend. Lost to IG, lost to BLG. This was more of a matter of I couldn't reconcile in my head moving IG up anymore, moving Rare Adam up anymore. So JDG has to drop ahead. Go up above FPX. So in the end, they're here. They could be in this range, but on paper they should be up here. So this is more of an on paper thing. Speaking of an on paper thing, we're gonna go to Top now. So Top move up 1. Top has to show me a little bit more. If the next time they play a good team, I don't know what the schedule is this week. I haven't looked at. When they play a good team this week, if they win, I can move them up to here. Honest to God, we all know Top is this good. I think with my preseason rankings, I had them like top 5. But all season long, they've been here because they've struggled. They've struggled. Well, this week, they beat FPX. You need to beat FPX around you. You beat them. And then they beat EDG. EDG have been struggling as of late, but Top had their struggles, and now clearly they are on the right track. They snuck out the win against EDG, but getting that monkey off their back, I mean, we're going to watch this team. This team is a team to watch. Sixth place, 2-0, BLG. BLG, I didn't move. JDG and Team Wii. You should beat JDG. JDG's here, though. That's good. Shows that you're still a top 6 team, in my opinion. Beating Team Wii, also a clean win. BLG, looking good on paper. They have a team that should be up here, but they have a lot of losses. But other teams are starting to lose now, too. So this gap is starting to close. Excuse me, 5th, dropping 2 spots. I couldn't drop them any farther. They only played once. RNG lost to Rare Atom. I can't punish them more than, I don't want to drop them down to here. I could have, but they only played one series. And against Rare Atom. Rare Atom are coming up, but, I mean, that's not a good look for RNG. But, I believe, Cube really took it to them? I think it was. I think Cube really took Bin out of this. And I said last week, RNG could be the best team in the world when Bin is on, and they looked like it the 2 weeks ago. But last week against Rare Atom took the recipe of, we take Bin out, we take RNG out, and that's exactly what happened. Hopefully they fixed that going into this week. 4th, EDG, finally out of number 1 spot. I had to do it. I had to do it. Ooh, jeez. Just kind of ignore that, too, with a squiggly line across it. So, losing to Victory 5. Clearly haven't seen them on here yet, but they were 5th last week. So, top 5 team. Yeah, maybe I would have dropped them down to 3. Probably 3 there because, I mean, what I have going on here, it makes sense. However, losing to Top, not good. That's not a good loss. Top are on the up and coming, but still not a good loss given how Top's played. So you dropped to 4. Not as bad as RNG losing to Rare Atom, though. 3rd place, moving up 1 spot because EDG are struggling so much, is LNG, who... LNG are not without their struggles. LNG lost to Weibo and Victory 5, but clearly those are the 2 teams not listed here. So I'm not going to really punish them that much for that right now. 3-game series. On paper, they're looking good. I mean, they do have their struggles, but on paper, LNG look good. But lost to 2 teams in the top 5. I'm not going to punish them that much. 2nd place and 1st place. So Victory 5. Move up 3. So Victory 5 move up 3. Weibo moves up 1. Victory 5 went 3-0 on the week, beating EDG and LNG. Monster wins. If it wasn't for the fact that Weibo beat EDG 2 weeks ago, I may have made Victory 5 first, but Weibo did that. So, Victory 5, great week for Victory 5. A week that makes you say, this team is going to be a team to think maybe MSI threat. Weibo first, beat LNG, beat OMG. They were 2nd, beating LNG kind of just as, okay, well, we beat the other team in the top 3. They have to be the top team right now. Old Suning roster is looking pretty damn good. Right now, they're starting to win games outright. But I'll tell you what. After this week, I really, just based on how hot teams are, I would say it's this. But, I mean, I really don't want to even do that. I mean, I want to say... it's tough. I'm trying to debate in my head. If I did who's hot right now and who's making me feel good when it comes to playing, it's 2 and 3 are separated. But really, LNG, I feel like in another best of 3 could beat Victory 5 easily. I would flip a coin. EDG, I think, are that good. So really, I think it's still this. My purple marker, I didn't hit it right. So the top 6 are still the top 6, but it's a lot closer. But we're going to do this for now, too. So, Victory 5 and LNG, there's a gap right there in how they're playing. These teams are losing, just falling like rocks. RNG lost to Rare Adam, falling like a rock. BLG, though, they are, a really good team that's inconsistent. So right now, they're in the top sixth place. I would argue that as of right now, this is probably a line. Despite JDG's struggles going 1 and 2, I would say I think I have JDG still above Rare Adam. But then there would be a line like this between 9th and 13th for the next tier of teams. One of these teams has to take control over here. FPX, we thought could do it, but FPX can't do it anymore. IG maybe is the team. Rare Adam could be the team. But as of right now, that's kind of my tiers for the LPL. LPL Week 7. I look at this board because it's just like, trying to work. I'm trying to give you my thought processes. If you have any different takes, comment down below with them. I'll gladly reply to them and chit-chat a bit. If you like this sort of content, like and subscribe. I do it for all 4 major regions, like I said. And yeah, thanks for watching.